Hello guys and girls, we're back for take 2 of F2 here in France after our fearless leader, Mr. Project Overlord himself, forgot to put the Parc Ferme off. We've had many problems on this game with Parc Ferme being on, so the best way we've come round to doing it, and it's across the board that we all agree that we don't exploit this, is by having the Parc Ferme off. And obviously Project Overlord here forgot to do it. So there we go. That's why it is the way it is. So everyone's going to retire for here in France. Paul Ricard, testing circuit traditionally, now off F1 circuit, and it is beautiful. Slightly hallucinogenic, but there we go. So we've got long, fast straights, twisty, turny corners and stuff like that. And everyone has retired from Q1. As you can see, no one set a time. Everyone's through. We've got a nice little qualifying coming up in Q2. God knows what's going to happen. And I have absolutely no idea who is going to be the standout. I mean, it could be anyone. Whiffy has been strong recently. Scotty has been strong, but unfortunately stuff's got in the way. Tomster as well. Forrester always seems to be quick when he's here. Paz, of course, let's not forget him. PTR, the winner of the last race in Canada. Yeah. Oh, come on, I'm streaming. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay, so Mr. Project Overlord himself. Got it completely wrong. Let's just get F1 up. Try and select me category for game. Update information. Let's go back into it. And here we go. So I can put my phone on charge now. I'm going to have a look and see who is the first to go out on track. Let's get my phone set up so I can see the comments that you guys will be making. There we go. Oh, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for this, finally. Why is Tomster on wets? There we go, let's have a look and see who is where around track. Whiffy Winner looks quite far round. HRE, and that's around the first corner, isn't it? PTR, heading up towards the chicane. Livid Opossum right behind, Ghost as well. So I think PTR is the first car out on track. I could be wrong. Yuji Hide will be faster than Ghost. Oh my god. That's an insult. If I haven't heard an insult like this before, then yeah, that is bad. Bad. Hey, Bishoppy, welcome. Welcome, man. I'm going off that because why not? Jackie Stewart here as well. Come on, boys. Let's make this fun. Okay. And Tomster, for some strange reason, still has wet tyre selected. God help him. Okay, so here we go. PTR on the first lap of this qualifying session. Running down towards a very difficult turn 1. You need to get the turn in just right. And then you have to sort of lift off and then quickly get the power back down again. Because it's so easy to just slide right off. And that's it. That's lap invalidated. Noticed that a lot on time trial. Had to adapt. And I took that into the race. And actually there was a moment last night where I miraculously came out on top of that race. Just, I'm not tooting my own horn, but I won. Yay! But yeah, it was, I was battling with a McLaren of Dan Pinel's. Came out of turn 1, got the power down quite nicely, nailed him into the next corner. It was a thing of beauty. But at the moment, it doesn't look like any lap times have been invalidated. Now, unfortunately for Opossum's on the ultra softs. I wouldn't have gone out on the ultra softs. They burn out far too quickly, and that was evident yesterday with some the drivers. Who was the main culprit? I think it was Anstan. His tyres just died completely. Hi, Dan Pinnells, welcome. 15 viewers already, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Here we go, PTR first lap of the day, and it's a 1:31.7. What do we have from Opossum? 3 temps down. We've got Whiffy winner. Where does he go? On the softs. Lap invalidated. Oh dear Lord. Okay, so we've got HRE coming around to complete the next lap. Another driver on the softs. Ghost goes second in the Mercedes. And yet again, 3 temps behind. Please give me a different camera angle. There we go. HRE, does he move up the field? No. Lap invalidated. Okay, I think Scotty is on his way on the final sector here, so I will stay with him. It's actually quite nice, the final sector. It's nice, it's flowing. I really enjoy it. I really do. But here we go. Scotty, where does he go? Is it lap invalidated? No, but it's only good enough for 4th. And there is a Haas coming out on track. I believe it is King Chris. Oh, who's that off track? Gatto. Oh, sorry, Gat, we'll call him. Oh, he spun, and Gat is dead, ladies and gentlemen. That is how not to take a corner. Got Whiffy winner. Is he on another flyer? Could potentially be. But here we go. Will he pit or will he continue? Goes down towards the start finish straight. Looks like it is going to be another lap. Is it an improvement? It is. He goes 4th. A good lap time there from Whiffy winner. Very good lap. Anyone look like they're on a quick lap? Anyone at all? HRE looks like he's on the attack as he back end steps out ever so slightly, going through the final couple of corners. Does it nicely, so he's heading down towards the start finish straight. What does he do? He improves, but only to 7th place on 1.5. He's got a lap on the board, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see where Forrester is. He is there. Dragoon. He's going around the final corner now. Is this going to be a good lap time for Dragoon? No, but I believe that's because he's starting his qualifying lap. Take care, buddy. Just watch the Scottish party on Grand Tour. So, Posglad as he starts his quick lap. Where's King Chris? King Chris, I've missed that. Damn it, he's gone 5th on the Supersofts. He got the toe off his teammate. That would have helped him quite nicely on the faster tyre. So we'll jump on board with Dragoon, who's on his way round. At the minute, in qualifying, it looks like it's going to be dry in the race. No one has any idea what it's going to be like here anyway. Obviously, the guys driving on track will have inside knowledge from their telemetry. Me in the commentary box, no one tells me nothing. Oh, this track is so flowing. It's beautiful. I don't care what anyone says. It's a lovely circuit to drive. Gotta love tracks that are just flowing. And one corner leads straight into another one. Heavy braking, long straight. Oh, it is a F1 driver's dream. Here we go. Yellow flag, sector 3. Not quite sure what that's for. But here we go. Dragoon, round final corner. That looked nice and smooth. What does he do? Where does he go? I don't know. It's 7th of a 1. I'm not quite sure what the lap time was, but it's 1.2 seconds down on what PTR has done at the minute. So we'll jump on board with Posglad, who is on his way around to complete his qualifying lap. Has he done enough to move up the field? We'll have to wait and see. Sticks to there, and he goes 7th, faster than Dragoon, and under 4 tenths quicker than Dragoon, actually. Nice lap time there by the Mr. Posman, who will jump quickly on board with Forrester, who is also on his way around to complete his first qualifying lap of the day. I have a feeling that Tomster is not going to come out, and if he does, he's going to be an absolute noob by coming out on wet tyres to give us fans some lovely entertainment. Gats has gone back out again on the Ultra Softs. You're burning your tyres up, man. I mean, if you want to start them, but there again, for all I know, the race could be wet for the start. I don't know this. Consistency is the key, Jackie. Consistency is the key. That's what you always have to aim for. Just coming home scoring points. That's what you got to do. And Forrester goes 8th. 1.1 seconds behind. So that will be a 32.8 there from Forrester. Not bad lap time, just not great. But to be fair, my lap time on the softs was just terrible. I had no grip whatsoever. And Scotty has done 3 laps on his soft tyres. That is not ideal, really. The yellow flag because he is off the circuit. Paul's surely not about to complete another lap time. Looks like it. He's pushing. Does he pit? Yes, he does. Never mind. Now let's have a look. Forrester's there. He's trundling back to the pits. He's quite confident that he's done enough to get through. Gap. He's on his qualifying lap now, so we'll ride on board with him to see how he does. That surely is an invalidation. Dan Penels, you have improved immensely. You really have, and it's great to see, because, like I say, I'm like, what do you call it? I'm a stubborn mule. Alright, I don't improve, I just stay where I am because I'm comfortable with the settings that I use. Other people, they try different things and they go faster and faster. Getting a wheel, using different assists, you know, it's just... It's part and parcel with some people. They just grow into their role, and it's good. It's good. It makes you, and it brings out some really interesting racing. Like I say, I know that there are a lot of people that are quicker than me, but I enjoy trying to like stick my nose where it doesn't belong, and giving everyone around me a good battle. That is what I care about. Let's have a look anyway. Living Opossum is quite potentially on a flyer here on the soft tyres. What else is on a lap at the minute? No one at the minute. Quite a few cars on out laps, but that's about it. That's what I mean, Dan. You'll soon find the benefits. Williams, he does use a lot of ERS. So he's gone round. PTR has retired from the session. I think he's quite comfortable that he's through. Opossum doesn't improve. 33.1, 1.1 seconds off the pace. Look at HRE, see what he does. Oh dear, there's a lot going on there. Is Poz back out on track? He's on an outlap. He's not happy. Mr. Poz is not happy. It does, and we've only got another fantastic track next week in Austria. So here we go. Is HRE going to improve? It's really between him. Oh no, it's tell a lie. Tomster is actually out on track and on Super Softs. Where is he? He's gone across the line, so he's starting it now. Okay, so the beginning of a fan club has come across the comments. Dan Penels has admitted that he is a livid Opossum fan. So there we go, the fan base has begun. Last night it was me, tonight it is livid Opossum. nice warm. I have to turn off the heating. Whew. Okay, so HRE, does he improve? We'll have a look. No, he doesn't. Either that was invalidation. To be fair, it was 6 temps down, so it was an invalidation. That was a really good lap from HRE, so he hasn't got enough time to do a slow lap. He'll have to push again, but he hasn't got the ERS to do it. There we go, Tomster. Only man not to set a lap time yet. What can he do? He does have enough time to do another lap time if he messes this up. So here we go, around this lovely sunny circuit. Red Bull looks lovely in the sunlight. And the colours blind you because of the sunlight. There we go. So, Tomster, where does he go? He goes fastest with a 1:31.5, leaving it right to the end. The track has rubbered in. He has picked his moment. And he goes quickest in Q2. Livid Opossum has retired. Scotty improves to 5th. Anyone coming round to finish a lap? I think Dragoon is, so we'll stick on Dragoon. Man who's had a bit of bad luck recently. Hopefully he'll have a bit more luck today, but you never know what a track brings. Well, that's it. I mean, first few races are dodgems. But now we're getting used to each other. And we're getting used to stuff like that. And once again, Dragoon is 11th. And he is out of qualifying. Dragoon is out of qualifying. He'll be desperately disappointed with that. But at the same time, he'll have a choice of tyre for the start of the race. So maybe not the be-all and end-all. Let's have a look. Forrester coming round to complete a lap on the Super Softs. Oh, I think he's realised he's either snatched a break there, or that was quite interesting. That he either snatched a break or realised he didn't need to anymore because Dragoon was out. There we go. Oh, why did you pit? Oh dear. It's alright. Like I say, next week is Austria. The track is a lot more tighter. A lot less. In fact, there's barely any runoff areas. But it doesn't. Oh, Scotty! Another fastest lap from a Red Bull. 31.3. Nicely done, boys. Scotty and Tomster getting their act together on the Super Soft. So the medium compounder tyre that Pirelli brought to this track. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you who's looking quite promising though. Ghost. Ghost in the Mercedes. Looking very promising on them soft tyres. Did he actually qualify on them though? Not quite sure, but he has retired from the session. Let's have a look. HRE. Is he giving up? He's already done 2 laps on this. I think he's through. Yes, he is. Guys, go across the line. It takes too much time for you to pit. You are a very, very lucky boy, Poz. To be fair, the gaps are quite close. 1.5 seconds separates the whole field, but I wonder how Dragoon is feeling. I want to know whether he's upset, whether he's like, I get a choice of tyres anyway, so it's not that. The final couple of corners is where the penalties will be had. But this track as well, turns 1 and 2. 7 and 8 are off the DRS straight, the little chicane there. Is really the only places on this track where you can get corner cut warnings because it's so easy to turn in. And of course, turn 2, you take too much speed, you're going wide. I've found that out a lot of times. So here we go. Let's have a look then. So Scotty set his fastest with 31.3. Tomster 31.5 Supersoft. PTR 31.7 Supersoft. Ghost 32.0 Supersoft. Livid Opossum Ultrasoft 32.0. King Chris 32.4. And on the Supersoft, Posglad Soft 132.5, HRE 32.7 Supersoft. Then you got Forrester 32.8 on the soft, and Whiffy Winner 32.2 on the soft. Dragoon, unfortunately, 32.9 does not get him into this session. So, Q3, all about low fuel runs, using the fastest tyre available to you. Just go for it. Get out there straight away and do it. Come on, guys. Out you go. Have fun. Who is first out on track? Apparently we're missing... we've only got 9 people. So someone must have crashed out and actually crashed out and I missed it. It is a Mercedes coming out, so it is Ghost, but there's a car further down the field that is already out on track. Is it King Chris? Is King Chris the first car out on track? Oh, Poz is stuck in the pits for some reason. And on Super Softs. Says he's on an outlap, but he's stuck in the pits. Guys, has Poz got a glitch? Because... I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Oh! Whiffy and Poz have been classified as DNF. That's strange. Okay, so this qualifying session's got a little bit less less fun. There we go, Ghost sees the Red Bull behind him. Easy, guys. Take it easy. But yes, I believe King Chris is the first guy out on track. Poz, just have a fag. Group yourself together if it's not letting you out. HRE still in the pits along with Livid Opossum, and Tomster has come out as well. And I've got, well, I'll be streaming my career mode race around Russia at some point tomorrow evening, so I'm looking forward to that one, get another career mode stream out of the way. And why is the safety car on track? That's weird. This game is so broken. Here we go. I wonder if he's invalidated. King Chris, I think, is invalidated because he's not using DRS. Yeah, you can see he's not pushing anymore. The ERS bar's not going down. So who, in fact, is closest to doing a lap time? I think it is Tomster, so we'll stay on board with him. There's plenty of room to overtake, but you've got to be so careful as well because, like say, the corners that can catch you out as well. As I found out last night around it, just coming off the second part of the back straight after the chicane, you go around that fast right-hander, and for whatever reason, if you turn in just that bit too hard, vroom, you're around, and that's it. I've seen, mate. I've jumped on board with you just staring at your pit guys like, come on. There we go, Tomster, 30.5. Will that be beaten? Well, not by PTR if he does a lap time like that. 31.4. Yeesh. Scotty, 30.6. Red Bull's barely separated. Mercedes goes across. The Ghost does a 30.9. So we got HRE rounding the final corner. What can he do? Can he get within the 1 minute 30 barrier? No, he does an invalidation. Oh dear. That's not good. Jump aboard with Livid Opossum, who looked quite quick early in the session. Oh, back end steps out there. It's the last thing you want. No, Jackie Stewart, seriously, mate, you need to use setups. it will help you. You will find out just, it gives you at least 1 to 2 seconds. So, considering there's 7 minutes remaining of the session, I think we will take this time to reflect on what's gone so far in this season and who is possibly favourite to win this Grand Prix. As Livid Opossum moves into 5th with a 131.6. HRE again. Where is Forrester? That's a guy in an orange hoodie. Forrester's going very slow. Never mind. I use a pad, Jackie Stewart, so don't worry about it, mate. I would never, ever use a wheel. Unless I'm actually driving a car. Oh, God, let there be a day where they actually put game pads in real life cars. It'll be so much easier. HRE, yet again, does not improve his lap time. I believe Forrester is completely out of fuel. Oh, Forrester, you're lagging like crazy, my man. Oh dear, Forrester, major lag. You keep an eye on that. It's not what you want. Livid Opossum on another lap. Is Ghost on another lap? He looks like he's pushing. I mean, to be fair, you don't really need to look after these tyres, do you? Surely you could do better than that. So here you go, round the final corner. Are you going to... That looks so smooth by Opossum. But he's pitted, so never mind. No! You never do a race with damage turned off. I'm sorry, but look at this, alright? When F1 Championship Edition was out on the PS3, many moons ago, that's right guys, I'm nearly 30, I'm quite old, I used to join lobbies, and if there was no damage, I would leave, because it was just like, what's the point? There's no realism. HRE, can he finally do a lap? What does he do? Is it a lap? It is, but it's 7/10 slower than King Chris. So never mind. Jump on board with Ghost, who yet again is still on another lap. Looks like he's very low on fuel. Pushing. Quite wide there though. To be fair, this Mercedes is quite loose around it. I don't know whether it's just driving styles or whether it's the actual characteristic of the car. But there we go. Okay. So here we go. Oh, that looked like he's either out of fuel. So PTR out on track, looking like he's hoping to improve that lap time of 131.4. I am pretty certain he can do better than that. But once again, he doesn't look like he's pushing. That's probably because he's on the verge of starting his qualifying lap. As he rounds the final corner, he will set the engine to maximum ERS. Down the straight he goes. Full speed available. There we go. What can Mr. PTR do in this lovely pink of Racing Point car? Well, still Force India in this game, but there we go. Hasn't really changed much. Already seeing the new F1 2019 cars in action is making me want to play F1 2019, just get involved in driving the newer cars. Such love this sport. No matter what direction it takes, I'll probably always love it. So here we go. PTR, are you slowing down or are you still going? No, you're still pushing. Looks like you're going really slow down that straight. Noticed that from last time we were here. Can the Red Bulls improve on their time? Can PTR get closer Pos is already out because apparently him and Whiffy winner collided and were taken. Oh, there we go. There is a slight improvement from Tom Stitt. It's a 130.5 yet again, so it's only a slight improvement, but it is an improvement nonetheless. I missed the fact that he was actually out on track. Here we go, PTR. Where does he go? Is it improvement? No. No, it's not. And that will be absolutely devastating for him because he hasn't really got the time to come back in. We'll come back to that later. Let's see who else is around track and see whereabouts they are. King Chris is there. Where's Forrester? Oh, Forrester, you need to sort that lag out, mate. Look at that, guys. Guys, if you can get a message to Forrester, he needs to sort it out, otherwise he's going to have to be pulled from this race. That lag is terrible. Right, you know what, guys? Bear with me, I need to message Forrester. This is ridiculous. Come on, send the message. There we go. And back to the action. Who did he hit? I swear Forrester just hit someone. PTR down to 6th. Running around the final sector. What can he do? Is this an improvement for King Chris? He powers down the main straight. Where does he go? 7th. Basically, just 7th. Scotty EU. In that final sector, bit of a lock up there, shouldn't have hampered him too much. So the Red Bull must handle like a dream through these corners. The amount of aero that car has, but there he goes. Where is it? Is it improvement from Scotty? It was a 130.6 before, and it's a 130.3. Scotty surely takes pole position. Ghost goes even quicker with a 130.0. I take it back. It is Ghost that surely has pole position now. Forrester, why are you in the pits? Wow. Okay. Lovely lap time there. Hopefully time will expire and we will be able to get this race underway. There are talks already on the inside of the lobby being broken. So this could be a bit of a messy race. Guys, just make the best of it. Like I said, I know it hasn't been ideal what with the low numbers and whatnot, but we, like I say, just take it easy and just give us a good race. Ghost with a brilliant lap time of 1:30.0. Amazing lap time. Absolutely amazing. The reason why the session hasn't ended yet is because Pos is still on an outlap, so we'll wait for the session to time out. It is stuck on 1 second. Why is it stuck on 1 second? Oh, come on. Yep, the start is going to be chaotic. Make no mistake about that. But are we going to have a start? Look at the timer. It is stuck on 1 second. Sorry, that was annoying me. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so while we wait for qualifying to end, take this moment to have a quick brew, a quick toilet break, and we will be back, fingers crossed, very soon for the start of this race. Don't go anywhere. I'm mainly saying this because I need a toilet also. Okay, there is a god. The session has actually ended. For those who didn't quite hear what I said there is a god, and the session actually ended. Well done, game, for actually managing it. So it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait, hang on. That's not right, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're missing someone, aren't we? Oh, pause. Oh no. Oh no. No, you're not on the grid, mate. And I'm streaming, so I can't send you an invite. Are you gonna be able to get back in? No, you're out of the session completely. It's not even showing your name. I'm sorry, mate. I think your race is done. I mean, you could try and get back in the session and just hope. And if not, mate, you can join me in the commentary box. Oh, excuse me. Alright, fair enough, Pos. You just... I understand your disappointment. Psych, that's enough, mate. Time and a place, and this ain't it. So 11 races. 27 laps, I believe, from last night. Pause, I think this means that you'll have to race in performance on Tuesday. Just so you've got your weekly dose of racing. Well, it'll have to be for someone to ready up. Someone else will have to have the mantle of saying, right, we're going when we are. But like I say, guys, this is what we normally do. I mean, admittedly, we have got a little bit of a connection issue, but I think that's because one of the drivers has been kicked. And that's it. But PTR has readied up, so he has taken the mantle. We are about to get going here, ladies and gentlemen, in France for the French Grand Prix. Ideally, not what we've wanted. We've been blighted by technical issues throughout this stream, but there we go. It's just one of them things. It happens. This game is so broken. It's ridiculous. Okay, so here we go. The formation lap is underway. A few cars haven't gone going, but it's usually what happens. Living Opossum already disqualified from the session. Just need to take it easy. I want to see what tyres everyone's on. There we go. That's what I want to see. Gaps, intervals. They need to sort the game out. You're right, Bishop, but unfortunately they're focusing on 2019, and that's probably going to be even more of a shit show. But there we go. We would restart Dampenels, but we've restarted once already today due to a little mishap. There we go. So Ghost already weaving like crazy. You've got Ghost, Scotty, and Tomster, three guys that know each other very well. We've got Forrester, who has had a little bit of lag issues. So, there is one car left on the naughty step. Start. Oh, I want to jump on Forrester, but no, he's laggy. I'll jump on PTR, he's the one who is... You know what? Let's just stay at first, because I try this every time. It doesn't work. So here we go. We're about to get going for the French Grand Prix. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a go. And away we go. Bit of a wheel spinny start there from Ghost, but everyone gets away well by the looks of it. Oh, bit of a chop there from Ghost. Tomster down the inside. Both Red Bulls are there. Oh, there is contact though. Contact between Living Opossum. I think he's lost his wing and he's spun round and he's collected Chris. Oh my god, he's actually gone all the way round. It's Whiffy winner. Sorry, I apologise. It wasn't Opossum, but there we go. Living Opossum retired from session. He is out. He is out with damage, actually. So missed that, unfortunately. Scotty right behind Forrester. Forrester, 5 second stop going for gaining a place. He's not giving the position back after the game. Oh, and there's the lag that we were talking about, and Scotty's seen it. PTR, 5th place, but Scotty's got the move done. Tomster leads. He got the jump on Ghost into turn 1. He went down the inside. Ghost had nowhere to go, had to yield. There we go. Pos, you're actually in 12th, mate. I don't know if you... I don't know if you'd still be able to get in your car. No, never mind. Oh, he's out! Ghost is out! He's lost it! He's lost it the exact same place I lost it yesterday. And he is out of the Grand Prix. Lap 1 and 2 retirements already. Oh, this is not what we needed, guys. We needed everyone to fight brilliantly. But here we go. PTR all over the back of Forrester. What can he do? Ghost was looking very strong. Unfortunately for Forrester, his tyres have just not warmed up yet, and he's basically, it's difficult for someone who has the hardest compound on to warm up his tyres straight away. And when you've got guys whose tyres are warmed up and ready to go, is it a move round the outside for PTR? I don't think it is. Not quite, but Forrester has run wide, and does that allow PTR through? No, it does not. PTR trying to distract him by darting all over the place. That's 4 attempts. You've got King Chris as well, who's right behind Gats. Gats had a lovely start on the... But being on the Ultra Softs, you would expect that. Back on board with the battle for 3rd between Forrester and PTR. You want to get that move done as soon as possible. Now back in 2 Red Bulls lead. 1.2 seconds the gap between them. PTR with amazing grip round there. Forrester's still struggling. And look at the traction that PTR's got. He's already side by side. Is this going to be a move? It looks like he's already ahead. And he is. PTR up into 3rd place. Forrester just needs to keep his head. Now his tyres will come into this in about 5 laps time. Yellow flag, sector 3. Not quite sure what that is. Oh, it's Gat. Oh, and he's retired on track. Gat, there was no need to retire, mate. We all make mistakes, but you don't rage quit on track. Ah, dear. What a shit show this has been. Anyway, we continue. The gap between the 2 leaders, 9 tenths of a second. 35.6, fastest lap of the race from Scotty. Looks like Forrester is in the pits as well, so maybe he wants to get them soft tyres off. Providing everyone stays where they are, they're going to score points no matter what. So you don't give up on this race, because points are guaranteed providing you stay in it. Even if it's just 2 points. Well, sorry, there's 8 places left, so it'd be about 4 points, but there we go. So, 1.2 seconds the gap between Tomster and Scotty. We have a Red Bull fight for the lead, something we have not seen since the Sebastian Vettel days, really. 2 Red Bulls fighting for the lead anyway. Can anyone quote me on that? Correct me if there has been an actual battle for the lead. Gat left the session, but he retired due to a rage quit, which is a big no-no. Have a look, see what's going on. Looks like Scotty is keeping him within range. Tomster doing an amazing job. They look like the back end sort of stepped away from him though. These 2 guys, like I say, they know each other very well. They're good teammates. They're doing a great job, but they've got to make sure that they don't hold each other up now while they're battling. And it does look like Scotty's getting just edging ever so close, especially through that final sector. Malaysia 2016. Okay, fair enough. Exactly. Well said, Jackie. Well said. This is the main battle on track at the minute. The battle for the lead between the Bulls. Nice helmet there from Scotty. No, I was going to say, from Tomster, sorry. I thought Scotty had the same helmet then. It's PTR's hanging on as well, though. They're in 3rd position. Just hanging on very nicely. You do want to be able to try and save your ERS, though. Try and gain on him when you can. But look at that, Scotty. For half a second now, he is gaining all the time. Oh, back edge stepped out ever so slightly there for Scotty. He is lining up his prey. He can, well, I could say you can smell him, but you can see him. Maybe he's close enough to smell him. There we go. Let's go with that one. Round. Dreaded corners here. It's all a question about letting off, getting the power down as quickly as possible. PTR has dropped back on this lap, unfortunately. Live it Opossum leaves the session. There we go. Will we see a battle for the lead? Surely the move's going to be done on the start-finish straight. I don't think they'll fight each other too hard, which is a shame, really, because we need good battling to keep this stream entertaining. Here we go. Doesn't look like he's actually managed to close the gap as much as we were hoping so. Fortunately, it looks like Tomster got the much better exit coming out of the final corner. And PTR's caught back up again with... So PTR's clearly good in a straight line. He's just struggling with his car through the slow corners. And look at that, Tomster made a mistake, and Scotty is now even closer behind him now. Maybe this super soft tyres are starting to die off already. Not quite sure. Dragoon, 3-second time penalty there in 5th place. The man who's had a bit of bad luck recently. We're hoping for a strong points finish here today. Like I say, Scotty can sense that First is struggling and he wants it. He wants that lead. He wants to run off into the distance and never be seen again. But Tomster has the job to do to keep him behind, and he better do it, because otherwise I'm going to be very angry with him. That's right. You've been warned, my son. PTR hanging in there, just 2.6 seconds behind. Let's have a look further down. Dragoon 2.4 seconds behind Whiffy. So, like I said, this is probably the point where you'll start seeing the soft tyres come into their own now, and eventually you'll see them start gaining on the cars in front. It's like I said, the tyres drop off very dramatically around here. We found that out yesterday. Although somehow I still managed to do 16 laps on the soft tyres. Make that what you will. But here we go. The gap's 0.7 of a second again between the leaders as they come down the start-finish straight. It's not quite enough, or close enough, to make the move. And you see PTR coming down the straight, who again is roughly about 2 odd seconds behind, and both Red Bulls there run wide. They're pushing so hard. Lock up there from Tomster. Feeling the pressure. You can see that Scotty is saving his airs. He'll use it now, especially through this moment. It'll be deployed. It'll power down. Rich Mix available on DRS, don't forget. And he'll try his best to try and get as close as he can. DRS is indeed open. For a minute, I thought I saw Tomster go defensive, and I was going to think, why? Why do that? But look at that Whiffy winner now. Only 3.6 seconds behind PTR. Soft tyre runners are starting to move their way in. Fortunately, we lost 3 guys on the first lap. Ghost, the pole sitter, fortunately just spun off. Lack of grip. Gat, didn't see whether it was an incident or whatnot. Opossum, I think he just smashed into another car. Maybe HRE, because HRE was a long way behind. And did Forrester... Maybe Forrester pitted due to his lag and decided to get out of everyone's way. That's why he's still on soft tyres. Quite sure about that one, but there we go. Look at this time. This time the gap is half a second. 0.2 less than it was the last time round between the 2 Red Bulls. But it is. I don't think it's enough to make the move. He'll poke his head out, try and distract him. But I'm sure Tomster has a wise old head. He has led Grand Prix before. But both drivers, despite them being really good teammates and probably really good friends off track, you know, are both capable of making mistakes. It's those mistakes that are going to play a factor into this Grand Prix. Who is going to make the move? Who is going to have the better pit stop strategy? And Forrester, fastest lap of the race on the soft tyres with a 1:35.5. Great lap there. King Chris in the pits. We'll have a look and see what tyres he decides to go onto. He's on the ultra softs. Why have you pitted onto the Ultra Softs? You're going to be pitting again in about 5 laps, mate. Fair enough, HRE. 3-second time penalty there. He's been caught out by turn 1 there, unfortunately. We'll quickly go back over to the fight for the leaders. They are right behind each other now. Tomster still ahead, but Scotty pressurizing ever still. You can see the haze coming off the back of the cars. I really like this. That effect. It's quite cool. I like it. Trying to figure out what number. I can't tell from there. Number 19. Number is Scotty. I think it's 14, isn't it? Not quite sure. Show me! I want to see it. Nope, number 15. Okay, so we have a. Is it a potentially multi 1519? Or is it a multi 1915? We don't know. But there we go. The gap says 4 tenths. It looks a lot closer than 4 tenths to me going through there. Oh, they're pushing each other so hard. So good to see. Oh, Scotty's gone through. Oh. Oh dear, that's not what we wanted. It looked dead simple. Don't worry, Ghost. Like I said, it did it to me yesterday. I got away with it though because I managed to spin off into the wild yonder and stay off track for a good number of seconds before it decided to respawn me. PTR 4.3 seconds behind, but look at that now. Whiffy Winner only 2.6 seconds behind. Quite interesting that Tomster hasn't gotten away just as good yet. The gap is still just under a second, and he will get DRS to try and close back in on him. To be fair, it did look like a team decision, that the move between the leaders. France is a difficult circuit, mate, but don't worry, next week is Austria. Let's see how that goes, eh? Gap 6 attempts. You need to be able to put the pressure on Tomster to keep this race alive. You can't afford to let him run away. Stick in that slipstream, try and gain as much as you can, even use fuel. Look at that. Scotty decides to break the slipstream. King Chris, fastest lap of the race, or 1:34.4. That's at least 1.5 seconds quicker than anyone else has gone so far. But being on the ultra soft tyres, you will do that. Let's give him some TV time for his troubles. Nice purple tyres that look fresh right now, but in a couple laps time, they're going to be quite dead. Of course, the sole Haas remaining in this Grand Prix after the unfortunate disconnection of Posglad, who was looking very strong. It is a shame. And this game once again proving that it is so broken. But 7th place means a good few points for Haas, so I'm sure it's not exactly the end of the world. Not the ideal situation they imagined at the start of this Grand Prix, but there we go. Look at that, once again, the gap is still just under a second between the two Red Bulls as they continue to harry each other. The battle of the Bulls is on, and PTR has pitted after only 9 laps on them tyres. Although we're on lap 10 yet, it says 8 laps. He has gone onto the soft tyres, so you expect to do 17 laps on them tyres. They will be screaming by the end of this race. Unless he's a lot better, and Ghost has left session, and he was the host as well. The game had chosen him as the host, and he's gone. This is why you don't leave. You know, once you've crashed out, you try and stay here, or at least turn off your telly and do something. Anyway, enough of that. That's enough negativity. Let's crack on with this French Grand Prix. It is still a long way to go yet. 17 laps to be precise, and the two Red Bulls still trying to find ways of distracting one another. who is going to pit first. I'd imagine it'll be Tomster. Tomster looks like the one who's struggling a little bit more on tyres. But to be honest, it doesn't look like they've been struggling that much, so I'll be very surprised. I won't be surprised if they continue for another couple of laps. Now, like I say, when I was on strategy yesterday, it told me on the soft tyres to pit after 9 laps. 9 laps on the soft tyres? I think not, sir. No. Oh, I tell a lie. Okay, Scotty has pitted. Probably to cover off PTL. PTL was like 4 seconds behind, so not really much to cover off. I'm sure it'd be nicely done. He'll probably go straight on to the soft tyres, which he has done. Where is PTR? To be honest, he's not even round the final corner yet, so again, it's looking very comfortable for Red Bull here for a solid 1-2, providing both their drivers stay out of trouble. There is PTR down the main straight. You'll probably just see... Nope, never mind. There you go. You'll see Scotty there just turning the first corner. 7.6 gaps between Tomster and Whiffy Winner. Whiffy Winner probably going to continue for another 5 or so laps before he decides to get off them tyres and put on the more quicker but less durable super soft tyre. Is it 10 laps? So it is possible. But you do need to get them to like lap 16, lap 17. You have to go over the limit and just push that little extra bit out and just pray that your tyres don't blow up. That's what I was doing yesterday. Dragoon only 3.6 seconds behind. Oh, that's a lovely camera angle. I love that. I can see what Poz was on about last night. Great camera angle. Slightly slanted. You see him going quickly round there and down towards the next corner. Very, very nice. Tomster. Does he pit this lap as he comes around the final couple of corners? I'd imagine he would, just to make sure he doesn't lose that much ground to his teammate. Let's see what he does. He turns towards the pits, and he pits. Trundles ever so slowly into the pits, but he's there all the same. Calls the yellow flag, actually, in Sector 3 for his troubles. But there we go. So, Scotty, coming around the final couple of corners, we'll find out where he comes out compared to his teammate, who was just ahead of him before. I'd imagine he'd still come out just ahead of him again. There's Tomster. He's on his way down the pits. There's Scotty already at full speed. He'll have him. Yep, there he goes. And Whiffy pitted on the same lap. Whiffy Winner, I don't understand your strategy, my friend. You should have been able to take them soft tyres another 5 laps. Because there's no way you're going to get them super soft tyres. You have committed yourself to a 2-stop. And Scotty's actually pulled out half a second of a undercut on his teammate due to pit stops. And PTR is really not that far behind. But of course, he's been on those tyres a little bit longer, so they will be the first to drop off, you'd imagine. But while they're up, but his tyres are up to temperature. The Scotty's is probably just getting there. Tomster? Not yet. Look, can't see any other battles going down the field at the minute. This is the closest one on track. That's that beautiful pink Force India shines around this beautiful colourful circuit. Chris, 5 laps on the Multisoft, so I'd imagine he'd be pitting very soon. PTR hitting that curb very hard there. Look at that though. He's barely got any left. He needs to harvest it as much as you can. Basically, you go in, as soon as you come off that back straight, you go into non, harvest as much as possible, because you don't need it through that final sector. You don't need any I mean, yeah, you'll probably lose a couple of attempts here and there, but you'll gain them back through having the speed of the and Tomster's actually gaining a little bit on Scotty. He's caught by 3 attempts, so whether Scotty's made a mistake, not quite sure. The gap is now 1.1 seconds. So, guys, we have a 3-car battle for the lead. Forrester, 3-second time penalty. Yeah, I think he's only the second driver to get a penalty yet. So guys, you're doing really well. Dragoon still leads though after 12 laps out on his own, looking quite comfortable. Just doing his own thing, hopefully not spinning off as I say it, having a nice leisurely Sunday morning drive around France and test circuit. Where's he going to end up in this? Because you'd imagine that once he puts the super softs on, he should be able to come back at these guys. But it just depends on what's going to happen. So, like say, Thompson now, his tyres are clearly up to temperature. He's pulling away from PTR. And he's all over the back of his teammate, who seems to be struggling right now. But you'd imagine that the same sort of thing will happen. That, I don't know, maybe Thompson's tyres overheat a bit too much. Look at that. That was nice there by Thompson. The line he took, it looked attacking and dangerous. There we go. He's got DRS open. You can see that DRS is the reason why he's pulling away from PTR. Because PTR doesn't have it. And PTR seems to like he's got good straight line speed. But look at that. Gap's now half a second. You saw Scotty lock up into turn one. Is Scotty feeling the pressure? These guys battling over a net first place once Dragoon gets out of the way. There we go, look at the amount of errs that Thompson has compared to. To be fair, Scotty only has just a little bit less, but here we go. Are we going to see a move being made here? The gap is 2 tenths. It's very close. Here we go. It should be nicely done. Thompson moves to the inside. And that was a nice overtaking maneuver there by Thompson on Scotty. Got the move done, which was exactly what he needed to do, but now it's Scotty's turn to try and regather himself and try and get him back. It's quite easy to do, especially around this next bit. All you have to do is just look for that moment, wait for the door to open, stick your nose in there, and then there's nothing really the other driver can do except to try and outbrake you and get the power down quickly. The battle of the Bulls here in France, gearing up for the home Grand Prix next week. There we go, the gap is 7 tenths, so already maybe Thompson's just running a faster engine mode at the minute and just looking to bolt. It's quite interesting. They've caught Dragoon though by a rate of knots. Dragoon 4.5 seconds ahead now. Whilst PTR still only 1.8 seconds back. I think PTR will be happy with where he is. Like I say, last week's winner in Canada drove a superb race. He'll be very happy to come away with another podium here. Just needs to hang on, not make any mistakes. Just do what he has to do for the sake of his championship. Or at least make an impression on the championship, should I say. Scotty is outside, well, was outside the 1 second barrier. Not like it will matter now because we're off the DRS straight, but that was very interesting. That's the first time in quite a few laps that Scotty's been behind Thompson that the gap has been over a second. HRE, another 3 second time penalty on super soft tyres, and King Chris has now moved on to the soft tyres, so that should see him through to the end of the Grand Prix. I'm really interested to know when Dragoon will decide to pit. I think he's pitting now. Yes, he is. He's getting out of the way. Decided to pit on lap 14. Dragoon, you could have gone on a couple of more laps, mate. I pitted on lap 60. Oh no, it's lap 16. So why is it saying you've only done 14 laps on them tyres? That's weird. There he goes. He's on to the super softs now. Forrester coming down the main straight. So Forrester is going to get Dragoon as well. Dragoon, not exactly what he needed. He's down to 6th. Ah, hello, Maddie Monkey. Boo. Boo to you too. Here we go, PTR running in third now. So we do have the order has re-established itself now, with Thompson leading by 1.4 seconds ahead of his teammate Scotty, who looks like he's really struggling on this stint. I don't know whether he just does not like these tyres or what, but he is struggling. PTR is closing very, very quickly. Whiffy Winner is not that far behind, but he is on the super soft tyres. His tyres are not going to make it to the end of the Grand Prix, my friend. As much as I love seeing you as close as you are to him, look at that, it's struggling already for grip. You can see it, or maybe just a slight outbreakage. PTR less than a second now behind Scotty, and we know that PTR has really good straight line speed, so if he can keep with the DRS, he will be... Come on, PTR, my man. Get in that DRS zone. He has his 7th temp, so it'll probably be about half a second by the time they come to the end of the straight, maybe? You never know, I just hope it's so. Maybe. Tomster, 3-second time penalty. Oh, that's huge. That is huge. Tomster with a 3-second time penalty going through turns 1 and 2. It is absolutely ridiculous how difficult it can be sometimes. So I know I keep talking about last night and I apologise, but like I say, it's just going off experience, and I know how difficult it is to get that turn right because it's fast, it's flowing. You want to be as quick as possible. You want to allow the car to run wide, but you know you can't because the game will punish you for it. Dragoon only 2.3 seconds now behind her. Forrester will quickly, once that gap gets to about less than a second, we will jump over to it and see how it goes. Forrester has been on them tyres though for 14 laps, so you'd imagine he'll be pitting very, very soon. Be very shocked if he goes any further. Scotty does seem to be holding PTR at bay and just at the second barrier. To get the car turned in quite nicely. Power down early as possible, allow the car to run slightly wide. He has got DRS, I think. Yes, he has. DRS is open, but just not enough as Tomster gets almost to that 3-second barrier, which is exactly what he needs considering he's carrying a 3-second time penalty at the minute. But, oh, there we go, Dragoon. Oh no, Dragoon, Forrester, he spun it. I don't know whether there was a collision or whether Dragoon lost it. There we go. Oh, sorry, whether Forrester lost it, but just caught the end of that. Really annoyed at that because I did want to see an overtake happen, and unfortunately I missed it. I suck as a broadcaster and I apologise. Once again, we'll jump on board with PTR, who is still trying to hunt down the Red Bull of Scotty 2 Hottie. Oh no, it's a wrestler. It's Scotty EU. And Forrester drops way down. Is HRE going to get him? Don't think so. No, the gap's about 3.5 seconds. There's Forrester. You just saw him go through the picture. To be fair, guys, this has not been, despite the low numbers and whatnot, it has not been a bad Grand Prix. There's been a lot going on. Like I said, all it takes is one mistake, and that's it. We've seen it with Ghost, unfortunately, on lap 1. Cold tyres going through turn 9, I think it was. The long right-hander coming off the back straight, and it just smashed into the wall. Seen Forrester, unfortunately due to technical issues, having to probably pit and just keep out of the way of people, which is unfortunate, but the right thing to do. He may have had wing damage, I don't know. I'd say at the minute. Oh, he was driving for Mercedes as well, wasn't he? Oh, Mercedes, we need to score points, lads. We need to get it together. Come on, we need a meeting. Me, Kakashi, Ghost, who's driving for Mercedes in the Elite League. We all need a meeting and say, come on, guys. We need more points in this combined Constructors' Championship. PTR, look at that, 6 tenths behind now. I genuinely think that Scotty is either saving fuel or he just does not like these tyres. He's just got no grip whatsoever. And PTR smells blood. I think the only thing that goes in Scotty's favour is that, one, he seems to be able to hold him off. I say that, and the gap is like 4 tenths of a second. But also, let's not forget that PTR's tyres are 1 lap. Oh no, PTR goes round the outside. Can he make the move stick? Oh, it's nicely defended. PTR gets a penalty. Oh, that's for just cutting the corner. There we go, and PTR gets the move done. Probably annoyed that he got the penalty. Again, like I said before, this track is very harsh when it comes to stuff like that. PTR runs wide, Scotty looking for an opening. You'd imagine that Scotty will have more ERS, which he does, and he'll probably boost it back up now and try and get that move back. PTR, though, has absolutely nothing to fight with when comparing ERS, and Scotty goes for the move. We'll jump on board with him now. There we go, he backs off though, very nicely done. Forrester, fastest lap of the race, 1:33.6. Take bragging rights for that one. 7 laps to go of this entertaining Grand Prix. Some of you might not think so. I certainly think it has. It's been entertaining in its own rights. Little things here and there, and it's now up to Scotty to try and come back at PTR. He has lost first to Tomster over the course of this stint. He has now lost second to PTR, and you can see that he is struggling for grip. It's just horrible. I think PTR's starting to struggle as well. But knowing PTR, he'll want to hold out as long as possible. We'll go back to the cinematic now. And DRS is open, and there's Whiffy Winner coming into the pits. I'd imagine it'd be for another set of Super Softs. Nope, it's Ultras. Interesting. Again, it's... I mean, light fuel load, you probably... King Chris, 3-second time penalty. Dragoon takes 4th place. Where is Forrester? Coming around there. I'd imagine that Whiffy will come out quite comfortably ahead. He's coming up to speed now. And there we go. So the gap between the leaders, 6.3 seconds. Scotty still trying to hound PTR, but the gap has grown. Scotty is losing ground. But, let's not forget, I've not seen Scotty get a penalty. I'm not going to look whether he has or not, and whether it's something I've missed, because I don't believe in that. I'm just going off from what I've seen at the bottom of the screen, and I believe PTR has a penalty and Scotty doesn't. So the battle for second place is very much still on. In fact, Scotty's actually closed up on PTR quite rapidly over the course of this sector. By 3 tenths, as a matter of fact. Either PTR made a mistake, or Scotty's just got that car hooked at the minute. Slightly wide. You want to try and hug the apex as much as you can with both this. Allow the car to run wide, power down as quickly as possible. You can see the back end just stepping out ever so slightly there for Scotty. And he's out of the slipstream. You don't really want to do that. But at the same time, he probably doesn't want his tyres to overheat. So I can kind of understand where he's coming from with that one. That looked very nice. Not gonna lie, that looked very, very nice. Let's go back to cinematic. Can't help it. I love the cinematic views. Oh, that's a big lock up there from Scotty, and that's going to allow some breathing room for PTR. So look, see PTR again with not much urge to fight with, and that's what's going to allow Scotty to come straight back at him, because he has got the power to do something about it. You need to harvest your ERS going around that final sector, guys. You really need to do. That's what I was doing yesterday. Just as soon as you come to this corner here, whack it down to none. Just before you do, whack it down to none. Just pray that you don't get done at this point, and you know your ERS are fine then after that. But look at that. Actually, the gap is now 2 tenths of PTR right under pressure. Scotty really wants that second place back. Ideally, who wants to do it on track. Just about see Forrester, 3-second time penalty. Like I say, this track is very unforgiving for penalties. There are many more tracks that we're coming to over the course of this season. Oh, Scotty running very wide there. Gap 0.3 of a second. So, like I said, will we see a bit of a lock-up? No, we won't. Scotty again locking up ever so slightly into that corner. Dragoon, 7 laps on those super softs. He'll be feeling the pain now. They've used their life. This is where they start degrading very quickly. Look at Scotty gaining ever so quickly on PTR. Is he going to go for the move again? No, he decides to back out again. Look how much that sun is shining on that circuit. It is beautiful. Yeah, very surprised that... There we go. You can see that Wishy Winner is closing dramatically on Dragoon. Whiffy knows he's only got a limited amount of time before Dragoon's tyres become better than his. You can see he's pushing. The ears are right down. Back on board with the battle for second place. It'd be nice to see a Red Bull 1-2. At the same time, PTR will not want it to be due to the combined Constructors' Championship and his own title aspirations, let's not forget. Oh, and Scotty gets a penalty! That is huge! Scotty gets a penalty for running ever so slightly wide. It's very harsh in my opinion. You're allowed to run wide, game. Why do you punish people for running wide like that? He wasn't trying to cut a corner. You're allowed to let the car run wide and use that bit extra grip. Come on. Come on, man. That is ridiculous. But look at that. Scotty has a lot more. There we go. Whiffy's just made the move on Dragoon. Dragoon, though, is refusing to let him go. Whiffy has the grip. And I think he's let him go. Kind of had no choice, really. Scotty tucked up once again at this stage of the circuit, right up behind PTR. Has a little look, trying to distract PTR. He is really close though, so maybe he is thinking about a move down the inside. No, he doesn't. Just allows the car to run wide now. You want to use these long left-handers here though. As soon as he runs wide, like I said, there's a lot. There's more. There we go. That's it. Oh, that's very close there from Scotty. That's exactly what I did to Big Airy Jock yesterday. He just left the door open too much and managed to get my nose in there, and we were fighting right up to this point and I managed to get the move done. Like I said, these guys have kept this race entertaining. Alright, so lap 25, everyone is going to score points now, even if they crash out. We're past the 5-lap distance mark. And guys, tell me in the comments, who do you think has been your driver of the day and why? For me, at the minute, I'm gonna have to say Tomster. He drove a brilliant race. Got pole right from He got first right from the start. Got hounded by his teammate. Got passed by his teammate, and then during the second stint, got back past. Never mind that though. Scotty down the inside of PTR. This is the point I was talking about. With due to tyre wear, PTR probably not being able to do much. Can he get that position back? He's been on them tyres for 15 laps now. They're no good. Having a little faint look there, going into the long right hand as you can get the power down really early. But look at that, yellow flag sector 2. Quite sure what that's for. Going on. Oh, has Dragoon got a puncture? Let's have a look. Why is Dragoon going really slow? Not quite sure. I really don't know why he's going slow, but look at that. PTR's dropped right off the back of Scotty now, which is a shame. It does look like it's potentially going to be a Red Bull 1-2. I just don't think he's got the grip in the tyres to do anything about it now. All he can do is just stick and hope. Tomster for bullying kids. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. I did ask why. I probably should have expected a comment like that. Tomster, you're in detention for bullying kids. How dare you? Yellow flag, sector 3. I think that is Dragoon allowing Forrester through. Why is Dragoon going really slowly? Why has he allowed Forrester through? It seems like he's racing up to speed now. Is he looking after his tyres? He's lost himself a position, which means he's lost himself more points. I don't get what's going on. Look, PTR locks up going into one of the sort of hairpinny like corners. We'll jump on board with Tomster over the course of the next lap as he begins to start his final lap now. Last chance for PTR. Can he do anything about the car in front? I just don't think he can. I think he's tried ever so hard, but he hasn't got the grip to do it. And fuel light looked like it was shining there for PTR. Got to be very careful there. Oh, he's pushing. He wants it, and he knows it, but there's just nothing he can do. I think the grip has gone, and there, once the grip goes, your confidence goes, and it is a sort of spiraling effect. And then all you can do is just hold on for dear life. There we go. Here's the man who has driven an absolutely superlative race from start to finish. Like I say, he got hounded by his teammate, passed by his teammate, and then as soon as this stint began, well, he allowed his tyres to warm up. He got the power down, got past his teammate, and just simply went away. Dragoon and Forrester are quite close together, actually. But never mind. Here we go through the final few corners. Is it going to be a win for Tomster in F2? Not quite sure if he's already won it. I've not seen I've got the results in front of me, unfortunately. It doesn't matter, because here he goes through now. Just a couple of corners remaining. There's one. There's the final one. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Tomster 1599 that takes the win in France for F2. Like I said, absolutely superlative race. Scotty coming home in second, which is surely to be a Red Bull 1-2, is it? Yes, it is, as PTR comes home in third position. Whiffy winner on Ultrasofts, who's done 6 laps. To be fair, he's done to finish that far behind, despite doing a 2-stop, because he doesn't really seem like he's actually that far away. So, well done, Whiffy winner. Strong race there. Forrester, though, and Dragoon still fighting each other for the for 5th place. That's where you want to see drivers that don't give up. Like I said, I don't quite know what was going on with Dragoon before and why he dropped a couple of positions. But there we go. Oh, don't hit him. Just there we go. Forrester. Is he going to finish in 5th, or is Dragoon going to take it? Dragoon takes 5th off Forrester on penalties. Dragoon, 5th. Here comes King Chris now. Nice, solid 7th place. We'll be thankful that this race is over. And HRE takes the final points position here in F2 with a nice, solid 8th place. He'll be happy that he didn't crash out. But there we go. Those are your points finishers, guys. So, all that's left for me to do now is to bring these guys into the party. So just wish me luck on this one. Got to remember, 1, who they are, and 2, whether they're on my friends list. Okay, so there's PTR. Invite to party. Ghost crashed out. There's Scotty. party. And there we go, guys. That's your classifications then. Tom still takes the win. Scotty second. PTR third. Whiffy winner fourth. Dragoon fifth. Forrester sixth. King Chris seventh. And HRE down in eighth. Let's have a look and see who's in the party. We are missing one more. It is the actual race winner himself. Can someone please bring him in?
If I can find him. No, I'll get him. We'll get him in. We'll get him in.
I've sent him an invite. It's okay. Don't forget, guys, to include your audio.
It's in.
Now, despite all the monumental connection issues that we had in this race, to be honest, it was quite entertaining from my point of view, and I really enjoyed it. So, let's go. Let's do what we're all here for. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Tomster, 1599. Great race. Absolutely amazing. Tell us about it.
Great, weren't it? Easy peasy. I'm joking. Yeah, it was alright. I enjoyed it. Me and Adam were doing a bit of tactical play the way through. Good communication all the way through. Yeah, enjoying it.
Oh, that was so anticlimactic. I was hoping to say it was a nice, tight battle between you guys. Scotty had the advantage in the first stint, and you had the advantage in the second stint. You've just let me down. Just go home. Why would you do that?
I let the racing speak for itself. I just do that. Innit?
Yeah, great win, mate. Absolutely amazing. Was there any moment when Scotty got past you that you thought, that's it?
First stint.
The first stint when he overtook me. I said to him, oh yeah, enjoy your win, Adam. Because I thought, he just gained like 2 seconds on me after like a lap, and I thought that's it. But then on the softs, I was just stupidly quick on them for some reason.
Okay. Well, like I said, man, absolutely amazing job, and congratulations on your win. Is that your first win?
Second.
Well done for
second Red Bull 1-2.
Speaking of, yeah, it is a nice solid Red Bull 1-2. And speaking of 1-2s, we'll move on to the second driver, which is Scotty. Scotty, tell us about your race, mate. How did it go?
It went alright. The start was very chaotic. I'm very lucky to get away without any damage. I don't know if you saw it on stream or anything. But
to be honest, I was it was chaotic. I was trying to flick through, trying to figure out, and then it came up saying Livid Opossum was off track. There was a Williams that also went, the other Williams that went off track as well. I was trying to keep up, but yeah, it looked chaotic. Turn 1 at France is always going to be chaotic. It's just too quick. There's bound to be accidents.
I went from like second to like 7th back to like 3rd, and then.
Like I say, it looked like both of you guys got a great start on the Merc, who just bogged down a little bit.
Yeah, and I got pushed wide by him and someone else at turn 1, and then I just fell back down the order, but it's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. You worked your way back through. It was a good recovery drive, and then I don't know. It seemed like you had the race in the bag, and then second stint, it sort of just went away. What happened?
Super Softs had the pace. Softs, my pace just seemed to wane. I was just a bit on edge. When PTR got past me, even though I was on track, I got an illegal overtake on him, even though I didn't even overtake him, so I let him through. Back through, and then
your back wing.
Just followed him for the rest of the race, and then just saving ERS and fuel for the whole time, and then last 3 laps just turned up the gears. And
I bet. Well, like I say, mate, you did what you had to do. You got that second place back and another 1-2 for the Red Bull team. So congratulations on that, and well done on a really strong drive. Moving over to third place driver, PTR. Interesting race from you. Tell us about it.
Bit painful at times. I had no answer for their pace out front. I thought maybe the undercut might have worked, and it did, but it wasn't enough. And Scotty was just insanely quick in a straight line as well, must be said, compared to me. So happy with podium.
It did look like you had some quite good straight line speed compared to.
I was quicker than him in traction, but top speed he had miles more than me. It was evident. Even with DRS, I was barely even getting near him.
Oh yeah, my DRS broke halfway through the race as well.
There you go. That's even more. But the first corner, I went round the outside of Scotty and Forrester, and it gave me 2 illegal overtakes. So I literally had to stop on track and let them boys back through, and that pretty much killed any chance I had for the win from there.
Ah, okay.
If I hadn't been for that, probably
Be
would have been a lot better.
Well, like I said, it'll be interesting to see what sort of mayhem you caused behind you, because the first couple of corners was sort of manic. And
I had
like I say,
I had
it
nowhere
could
else
have
to
been
go. It was either go left or go straight in the back of Scotty. So
That's it. You can't. That's it. You can't though with the way the first couple of corners are in France. You've got to make a decision. Either take the hit or just ruin your race.
it is interesting what Scotty said he got a penalty for me overtaking him because I got a penalty in the exact same spot, which is really weird.
Actually, come to think about it, it wasn't. It was actually. So yeah, that was quite interesting. It was a shame that it didn't. The battle sort of died away in the end. I was hoping you could just stick with him, but I'm guessing your tyres sort of died out.
Yeah,
those
they did.
final
I
couple of
was
laps.
keeping them in. They actually kept in quite well because I had completely adjusted my setup before the race because I knew my old setup didn't work, but didn't have a straight line speed. But good traction, good grip all around. But I had nothing left in the end when he came at me.
Well, like I say, you got a win last week. You've got another podium this week, so consistency is definitely there. And
Indeed.
to be honest,
Good racing, by the way,
You can
Scotty. That was
start-
quality, mate. Really enjoyed
like I
that.
say, guys,
Cheers, yeah, you
definitely
too.
start making an impression. All of you have certainly probably made an impression on this championship now. It'll be interesting to see where we go from here and see what happens next week in Austria. But there we go, guys. That's been this F2 race here in RF1. It's been entertaining, to say the least. We'll find out who's streaming next week, because unfortunately I'm away. But until then, we've got the Elite guys racing on Sunday, which will be live streamed by Positively God. So guys, take care, all the best, and we'll see you soon for another installment of RF1. Take care, all the best,